South Carolina students are showing gains in the classroom. The latest SC Ready test results show improvements in both English and math scores, with state education leaders pointing to higher standards and teacher retention as key factors. Live 5's Stephen Biddix breaks down the numbers and what they mean for students all across our state.
The South Carolina Education Department uses these SC Ready tests to gauge how students are doing in the classrooms. Well, once again this year, test scores are showing students are improving. These results cover 3rd through 8th graders. English scores have improved roughly 8% since 2024. 61% of students are now meeting or exceeding expectations. The state says this is the strongest English growth year on record. In math, scores have increased roughly 5% over the last 2 years. 48% of students are now meeting or exceeding expectations. Nationally, South Carolina is also climbing the rankings, placing 21st in 4th grade math and 14th in 4th grade reading. At the 8th grade level, the state ranks 32nd in math and 33rd in reading, which is progress, but shows there's still work to do.
Because historically that has been one of our weaker areas, and I think a lot of that is due to the fact that we had very diffuse expectations, and now we've really streamlined and focused those expectations around real impact.
Education leaders say keeping teachers in the same schools and classrooms are another reason they think test scores are continuing to rise. This is also why the governor and lawmakers continue raising teacher pay across the state. Reporting in Columbia, I'm Stephen Biddix.